today there's a few things I want to do here. Today I want to give some clearance for these. So if you look, they're resting on here. This boot is binding on here, obviously. These are at their sharpest angle when this is all the way down. So I just need to cut a little relief so it can still move when it's at its lowest point. Obviously, when it goes to turn, this is going to hit there anyway, so it needs some relief in here. So we're going to do that. So what I want to do first for that is mark where it's got to be. So from there to there, I really need something centered on that spot, something centered on that spot. All right, now the other half of what I want to do is I want to start working my frame back and figuring out where this is going to go. So let's see here. I think I have a pretty comfortable wheelbase for my liking here. I'm not sure though. Let's move that a little bit. See if we can't get that over here lined up. Now let's eyeball this on there. So I like it more like that. Let's see, whoops, if we can go a little bit in between. Right about there, maybe. I think that looks reasonable. Yeah, I like that. And move forward probably like an inch on its own there too. And actually I like it. Yep. Now let's figure out some more stuff so I can figure out if that'll be enough room for me to comfortably seat myself. So it's not going to be that low, obviously. It can't be. And I don't want to sit it so I'm directly over the axle like you normally would. So I want it a little further forward. I think that's going to be a good seating position. It looks cool. We'll come up a little bit, obviously, so we have room for the frame and the suspension to move. And then let's see. If we sit here and I go and plant my ass. We'll do it like this. Yes, that gives me room, a little room for like a little bit of a dash here. Extend this kind of hood out a little bit. Leave it undercut. So that way I have room to get out. Yes, perfect. So that's where I want to do it. Let me mark it on here so I remember when I go to stick it back on there, that's where the hood's gonna go. Approximately there is gonna be the front of the seat. Of course, this part I will have to probably remember. So if that's a good wheelbase, that means these axle is going to be centered right there. Seat, axle, which also means then that my frame probably needs to end about here, so I have room for this to come up when it moves. So, well, let's go there for now. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a second bar underneath and then have it come up at an angle to make up the extra height and stiffen this up. So that's going to be the end of my frame. That's going to be also the end of my frame. All right, now I need a piece of steel to fill in all those gaps I just cut. Now I want to come up at an angle, and the reason I want to double this up is because this is just 80 wall, 82 or 80 thousandths or something thin wall tube, so I want to give it some more strength. So to give it more strength, I can pretty much double up the frame on here. So what I'm gonna do is cut this one so it's straight, so I can butt it right up to that, and then probably about here I'll do a pie cut to take a little bit out. Now let's see if that's too much, just enough, not enough. Hopefully it's since I didn't measure my angles, my pie cut isn't quite right, but it works. Alright, so I welded them both together. Their bends line up miraculously, but these aren't quite square, so let's square them both off. That is beautiful. Since I got this one perfect now, I want to make a template. So this is just polystyrene, and I'm using Plastruct bonding, just because it's pretty quick and easy. Glues quick and easy, and it'll be like a long-lasting product here. Let's get this over our part. Slide it up to top dead center. And now I can just All right, so I got those frame rails all welded up. Now let's put this suspension back together. There we go. So I got this lower frame running back to there. I'm gonna end up cutting it about here and weld it in some pieces that go up. All right, well that's it for today. The front end's standing on its own. I got room for the steering, as you can see here. So I'll have to make some brackets to mount it up. Also, I got my lower frame rail welded up. Got the frame roughly trimmed. As you can see, probably gonna end up cutting it about here, putting a piece that goes up and then another one here, so that way I continue the double rail as we go up, and that'll give me clearance for this. But I'm probably gonna trim this and fit the next couple tubes, maybe weld them in, and then start making parts to mount this before I do the back half. So I think for today, that's gonna be it. And that's all she wrote for today. So see you next time.